Okay, welcome back. And now we're going to start with the next section, which is solving trigonometric equations. And we're going to go through an introduction with some examples. So when we're solving trigonometric equations, remember, we're going to be using our algebra techniques, right? All the things that we learned. Again, whenever possible, of course, such as collecting terms, extracting square roots, and factoring. Your preliminary goal in solving a trigonometric equation is to isolate the trigonometric function, right, on one side, and to have everything else, all the constants, on the other side. And then we can solve it that way, okay? Also, you want to make sure that, that when you're solving it, it's only going to be true for whatever values in the domain of the function that make it true. Okay, now also remember that there are going to be an infinite number of solutions of a certain form, and we're going to show that as we go through some of these examples. Okay, what else? Now, the other thing too is whenever you solve trigonometric equations, you will be able to find exact solutions because the angles involved are special angles. When solving more general trigonometric equations, you may need to write the solution using inverse trigonometric functions or a calculator. And again, we'll show you examples of that as well. Let's see. So let's do this example here, and I'll show you what I mean. So we're going to solve this trigonometric equation. So what we're going to do is we're going to get all of the trig functions on one side. So we've got this sine here, so we're going to add to both sides. We're going to add sine x to both sides here. Okay? And so what do we get? Well, what do we get when we do that? We get 2 sine x. And of course, let's subtract the square root of 2 from both sides, right? So we get 2 sine x is equal to negative square root of 2. And now we're going to divide both sides by 2, and we get sine x is equal to negative square root 2 over 2. Okay, so now the question is okay, what values of x have a sign of negative 2 over 2? Well, we know that that's going to be pi over 4. And it's also negative. So what quadrant is sine negative in? Well, sine is going to be negative in the third and fourth quadrant. Okay? So what angles are going to give you? So what x is going to give you a sign that's equal to root 2 over 2? Well, that's going to be what? It's going to be, again, think of your unit circle, right? So we're in the third and fourth quadrant. So that's going to be 5 pi over 4 and 7 pi over 4. So x equals 5 pi over 4 and 7 pi over 4. But again, remember, there are infinite solutions, so it would be what? So it would be plus or minus 2 pi. And 7 pi over 4 plus or minus, oh, forgot n, because it's a multiple of 2 pi. So it would be 2n pi okay, so that's what we mean by solving for a trigonometric equation. What else? Now, if we were looking at a restricted domain, for example, if we were looking at the restricted domain from 0 to 2 pi, right, not including 2 pi, then of course the answers would be just 5 pi over 4 and 7 pi over 4. But if we're looking at the general solution and there's no restriction on the domain, then it would be it would be these two. Okay, which would be an infinite solution set. Okay, the general solution. All right, that's it. So we're going to do another examples. We're going to do some checkpoints. So we'll see you later.